Right now, I'm being joined by Sir Abuchi Anyoyago, who's veteran journalist and public affairs analyst, to have this conversation, this critical one. Sir Abuchi, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
The same to you.
Okay, yes. It's New Year here, and it's another thing in Onitsha today.
Of course.
Let's start with one of the most important questions out of the whole thing happening. Does the governor of Anambra State has the legal authority to shut down not just the biggest market in West Africa, but the biggest market on the continent of Africa? Does he have the legal authority to shut down that market? Because of the violation of the sit at home or the don't sit at home, be at the market on Monday. Does he have the legal authority to do that?
Well, Norma.
Yes.
This is a very critical question.
All right.
Whether the governor has the right or the legal authority to do that. I think as the governor of the state, who is officially mandated,
yes,
authorized by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to oversee the affairs of Anambra State, the affairs of the state, as provided in the Constitution. I think lawfully or legally, he has that authority to shut down the market. Even though markets, motor parks, and some other places are vested, according to the Constitution, vested with the authorities of the local government councils.
Okay.
The local government councils are directly in charge of markets, motor parks, and things like that in every part of the country, in the state. But overall, the governor supervises, even though there is that separation of power, but the governor supervises the affairs of the state.
Okay.
And that is why, for instance, at the federal level, the federal government would declare a public holiday, a national public holiday, and everybody will abide by it.
By it. All right. Let me just cut you there. You mentioned that, yes, the constitution of the country actually empowers, gives a governor the capacity to do a lot of, things. What about the citizens? Is this not an infringement? Does this not conflict with their own right of freedom and economic activity?
Yes, but everybody,
yes,
everyone, where somebody's right stops is where that of another person begins. So in this particular case, yes, there is freedom of speech, there is freedom of movement, freedom of association, and things like that. But things are also being guided by the constitution of the land.
Okay.
Like that freedom, there is something that guides the way and manner you go about that freedom. So he is the governor of the state. He supervises in authority over the affairs of the state. Because in the other way, he is the chief accounting officer of the state. And that is why when anything happens, like the people that are saying, does he have the right?
Yes.
Why is it that when there is any crisis or any trouble at any market, it is the state governor, it is the state government, not even the local government chairman, not even the president, that the whole world focuses attention on. Like when there was something happened at that Onitsha market, every hue and cry was on the governor, the state government. What did they do? They didn't provide, that the state government did not provide fire extinguishing devices.
We really need to go on a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back. So, Sabuchi, you were talking about the Constitution and how, yes, everybody has a part to play in it. But let's get to a very important part of this whole thing. The governor declared that security has improved in Anambra, and he stated that everybody can sleep with their two eyes closed by establishing a new vigilante architecture called Agune Chamber to support federal security forces. He has also deployed advanced technology, including AI-powered cameras and tracking system. And the state has also provided 30 operational vehicles to the police to enhance patrols. Are these paroles, rather, are this security mechanism enough to combat insecurity and also convince the citizens that their safety has been guaranteed? Because yes, the governor keeps reiterating that I have beefed up security. Please be out there. Go about your business. I have beefed up security. Is this enough? Is this security mechanism that he has pulled out, is it enough to combat insecurity and really give people the confidence to step out of the house on Mondays?
Norma,
Yes.
if you look at it this other way, Oka
Yes.
is in Anambra State. Onitsha is in Anambra State. Newi is another city in Anambra State, and perhaps Ekulobe. All these places, apart from Oka, from what we heard yesterday, even from the governor, at Oka, people go about their normal businesses on Monday. And from what he said, the markets at Oka opened for business the same yesterday. So is Oka shielded from insecurity if people are talking about this? The governor has done enough to ensure security in the state. Just like in other, but you know, there is no way you can say 100%, even in America. In America, you still find pockets of crimes, criminalities all over the place, people going to somewhere to shoot people. But that doesn't mean that there is no security provision. So the governor has assured the people, and he has even cited cases of, like, during the last Christmas, what it was previously was not what happened in terms of security, that there was improvement of security in Anambra State during, as could have been witnessed during the last Christmas. So why wouldn't I hear in the story that you featured the video clip,
Yes.
the news report, somebody was making sarcastic comment about this declaration of sit at home and all that. Okay, non-state officials declared stay at home. I call it stay at home. Declared stay at home or sit at home, and you are acting to that. You are obeying that order, but you cannot obey that of a duly constituted authority. The man you said you voted for him for the second term, and you cannot obey his command or his directive. And this his directive is not aimed at his own personal interest, but aimed at the common good of Anambra State, the general interest of Anambra State. So why wouldn't people listen to it? It was this kind of frustration that they tried to do when the Enugu State governor took the bulls by the horn. Immediately he assumed office as the governor of Enugu State. And he stood firm, he stood his ground. And today, the entire state is benefiting from it. You come to Enugu now, you no longer know which day is Monday or which day is Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, as the case may be. So something starts in a day. Soludo has started, he is the governor. The bulk stops at his desk. Okay. So whoever that is saying whether he has legal right on, he has. Otherwise, why do they call the state government? When there is trouble in the market, they will call the state government. Right. But now the state government is saying do this and do that at the market, and people are trying to find reasons to justify their disobedience to a directive by the state government. It's wrong.
All right, let's get to the business part of this, right? From a policy perspective, what is the estimated economic cost of shutting down Onitsha Main Market, a market of this capacity, both to the traders and to the state economy and Nigeria as a whole? What is the economic consequence of this?
Okay, the same thing is applicable to the economic consequences of not trading or doing business on Mondays. The state government, they gave out a figure of 9 something billion every Monday that the state loses. So now you are not feeling the weight of that particular one. And the governor has, as a deterrent measure, he has taken this difficult step to ensure compliance with the directive of the governor. Is people will say the state. You saw what the young man said, that there are people whose means of livelihood is dependent on their daily earning, their daily income from the businesses they are doing.
Okay.
So when you close market on Monday, out of fear, people are complying. Out of fear, people are complying. Now that somebody has come and said there is no more fear, that fear should be
eradicated,
is exterminated, and you are still going back to that era. And somebody is mentioning some names. Is it Anambra State or Anambra or the Southeast that caused what happened? What led to that? The unofficial declaration of Monday as sit at home.
Yes. Sabichi, we don't have all day again. Time is not our friend. But just one incentive that you think the the government in Anambra could employ rather than the sanction. Another incentive.
There is the governor, he is a very discerning person.
Okay.
And he has that willpower. He is a governor that takes the bull by the horn. There are things that he has done, which his predecessors couldn't have the liver to do, like the completion of the Anambra Government House project, which was lingering since the creation of that state. Okay. So whatever measure he thinks that will be good for him to get people to comply with this stoppage of Monday sit at home. I think I support, no matter how harsh it might be, but it is for the good of the people. So if you know that this thing will be very harsh on you, then you comply with the government.
All right. Sir Abuchi, thank you very much. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence and your expertise in this area. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's much we can take on the Eastern Business Report. The Afia Business Morning returns tomorrow. Many thanks for staying with us. My name is Noma Anuene.